board's light. It's beautiful. It's 4 feet. WS 40. We're gonna get this thing in the water right now. We're gonna come back. We're gonna tell you what we think. Stay tuned. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe and come back because we're gonna review all these boards, tell you what's up. And if you have any questions, like how does this compare to other brands and how other brands ride, just give us a call or shoot us a note. Welcome to the Half-Life riding test of the Armstrong WS 40. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead and give it a ride behind a Malibu. It's a 2004 crossover boat, so it has a moderate to halfway decent wave, but certainly not a big wave. Makes for a good test environment. You can see here as I kind of get going, making some turns, see how it feels loose. Taking it out for a little pump test. Sorry about the ropes being in there, but you can see the stiffness of a carbon board really comes into play as I do the bus stop over the top to the heel side, getting all the power that I need. I actually like testing boards on smaller waves because you get a little bit of a better feel for how precise the feeling needs to be. You also get to pump a little bit more than you get to when you're on a bigger wave. A boat throws out a bigger wave. You can see here heel side, I like doing those turns just to check, make sure the feet are staying in. See how many pumps it takes to do a wave transfer back and forth a couple times here, just to get a feel for it. And what you're seeing here is a couple things. One, really good in terms of power transfer, inside turn, smooth. This board just feels natural under the feet, and also look at this time when I'm using bad technique periodically, where the board slaps down on the water. It separates really well. We have some more instances of that. Here I just drift back from the second to the third. I like going back to the third wave because as you get deeper in the wave count, how you ride the wave becomes a little bit more technical. And so here with these turns, really playing with the balance point in the board. I chose on this, even though Armstrong has a longer mast track, further forward geometry, in the wake category, I felt that this board rode best when it was about 4 and 5 on the bottom. If I moved it up further, it moves it out of where the pads are. You'll hear my comments at the end. I'd like to have pads a little bit further forward. But as you can see here, doing a 4-to-4 wave transfer, no problem. Slap in the water every once in a while, and it separates just fine. And to me, that combined with the stiffness of the power are some of the unique attributes that you like to see. So we cut the engine. This is a glide. I just want to see how well the board is balanced when I'm doing a glide like that. You saw me slap the water a couple times, no problem. Come back up here to the first wave, and we'll make a few more cuts. Now, when I'm riding in the first wave, one of the things I want to see, unique to the Armstrong in terms of the side of the board, and you saw this in our unboxing, I want to know what's going to happen when white water in the ocean hits this, or when I bang it into the wave behind the boat. Is it going to grab, or is it actually going to separate? And you can see here as I bring it in, just to kind of slap it in there a little bit and test it, those beveled edges really true to form, keep it from grabbing and allow it to separate with no harm, no foul to the rider. And we'll be doing our ocean testing, but this bodes really well for the fact that as you gain up on the board in the ocean, it's not going to grab on you. Of course, this is all about riding in the wake. It feels good. The concave just feels really natural. A couple more turns here just to show you a couple pivots. And believe it or not, I'm not embarrassed to tell you that there are times when we're doing these tests that we fall. Here I go out, I'm doing a pump, and what you're gonna see, unbelievable as it is a tip breach. And the tip breach gets me right there. There it is, up. Yeah, we're laying it all on the line so you can see how this board rides. Look at that. That's just, I'm giving it all to you people. All right, back to it. Here we are coming out of the water. The SKT 311, the predecessor, really corked up. This board comes out much more smoothly. I wanted to really kind of riff on, just pivoting type turns to see what it would do. No problem. And here I go ahead, pump out, and I'm getting great power transfer down into it. You can see I'm hardly even using my arms. And that's because the energy is really coming through that board to the foil. Bust up over the top. Look at that, spank it, spank it, spank it, hitting the water. Other boards would actually suck down there and make it very difficult for you to go ahead and continue to pump through. This one did a great job. What a fantastic ride, a lot of fun. Guess what, people? I'll tell you more about this ride. It was awesome. I took a guess on the 4. The 4 was sweet. Maybe go to a 5. I'm riding on the HS 1550 V2 with the V because, as you know, the V's for me. Now, the world's not created equal. I've known Eric since we were little kids. I've always thought of us being basically the same size. It turns out we're not. The world is not equal. I'm smaller than him. I weigh like 175, 180. Eric weighs just a scotch over 200. Maybe 215, 220, sometimes 225. One of the things with the SKT 311 is coming out of the water. It's really for immediate riders, plus it corks up. As you saw there, this came out of the water really nicely for me, but that's for me at 175, 180. We're gonna throw Eric in the water. We're gonna test him coming up on this thing. You ready for this, buddy?
Let's do it, let's cork
away. All right,
away.
let's do it. Cork away.
Cork
Woohoo!
away.
So here we got Eric hopping in the water. Look, when it comes up, no problem. Nice and steady, even at 225 or 215, whatever he's weighing right now, it comes up. Each of these are different takes. I just wanted to show it to you multiple times so that you can see it for yourself. Then I'll go ahead and take a minute here away from the voiceover and give you a couple words from Eric while he's riding. The bigger guys, you know, they see, you know, the guys on 180 and below pumping all over the place, and you know, you can see here, I mean, Eric played linebacker in college. These are not guys who are out of shape, but it's way a little bit more. They want to see how is the equipment gonna work for them. As you can see here, Eric's really enjoying this ride, getting some nice turns. Now, just to make it fair, I want you to judge his fall. Who fell better, me or Eric? Let us know.
What would you like to say to America, Eric?
Well, God, I don't even know how to collect my thoughts. It's a super surfy board. It's almost like I went from a directional on a kiteboard, or sorry, a twin tip, to a directional. It was loose. I like the concave, and yeah. Yep.
All right, Eric, as we were talking about, I'm about 175, 180. You're about 225, give or take. This board seemed like it was coming up nice, but you've ridden a lot of boards.
Yeah.
And you know, you've had your different experiences in terms of getting up and everything. How did this one work for you?
It was great, no problem. And
Yeah.
it rode great. It's super surfy. The other board that I was driving or riding felt more like a twin tip and kiting, and this feels very surfy. It's loose. And I love the concave piece of it. It felt like my foot, I could drive and I wasn't kind of off balance. I felt really secure in there, almost like I had a foot strap on.
Yeah, it really does. It holds your feet in there. I love the concave. I splashed it down a couple times. It separated back up from the water. I felt that the up out of the water was nice and smooth. I would like to have a little bit more padding right here for when I pump.
Well, that's because where your foot is, basically.
Yeah, I'd like actually being a little bit further. We're matching it up so we're on the leading edge of the mast. So I might actually add a little bit of foot pad here. Next time I might get the adjustable carbon kick pad so I can slide this thing up just a little bit. But boy, I mean, this thing sticks to your feet when you're riding. You can snap it back and forth. It's nice and light. I really enjoyed having this shape of the concave. You can tell a difference, a flat surface versus a concave. It just really grips there. I thought it rode fantastic. All the power that I needed in terms of pumping. Great transfer it. I think having this dual carbon stringer inside of it really makes a huge difference. And so again, as I said in the intro, the board probably doesn't matter until you're an intermediate plus rider. But you know, you saw here for today, for Eric, he really loved this, and it's some of the surfier moves that I've seen him do on the front wave. And once you're ready to do wave transfers and get some pumping and some quick snappy turns, you want to have carbon because the power transfer is immediate. And in the carbon family, in that category, this is probably the top model. If it's not, I'm not sure what is.
Well, you're really good. I'm not. I'm just telling you, it was felt good once we had the right setup on.
Yeah, that is killer. So
this is now my new board.
Eric just got himself a new board. Come back soon. We're gonna do the review, as I said, the WS 4.5 in Maui in the ocean. We'll talk a little bit more about the 4.0 in the ocean as well in the shoreline of Maui. And then we'll do a review of all the wing boards, wing foil boards. And I gotta tell you, if this is an indicator of how those boards are gonna ride and how they separate from the water and how good this concave feel, I can't wait. I can't wait to put foot straps on this thing. We'll jump it around a little bit and see how it does. But thanks so much for checking out our video. Please subscribe to the channel. Come to our website, buy stuff. See our phone number here, our website here. Go ahead, give us a call. We'll help you get completely dialed with the products that you need to have a great time on the water, regardless of what your foil discipline is. We're here for you. Thanks so much. Later.